Aloha, it's Dave Lawrence. How are you? I hope you're doing good. A big mahalo for listening. Today we have a monster guest on the line, one of music's most important artists, literally of all genres, of all time, one of funk's most important pioneers. First with the Parliaments, then Funkadelic, Parliament, P-Funk All-Stars, solo albums, producing albums, currently fighting to reclaim copyrights on his legendary material. He's also announced an innovative new project, Mothership, the Decatur Connection, a collaboration we'll hear about too as we free our minds and get into all things funk. I am so honored to welcome this guy, one of my personal heroes, George Clinton. Aloha. Aloha, brother.
How you doing, man?
I am doing good, giving you a big hug and a big high five.
Hey. I'm doing good myself. Been deep ticked and got my rabies shot. I'm ready to bury the bone.
The atomic dog himself in the house. I love it. Last time I saw you, George, we were on your tour bus. It was 1999. It was in Providence, Rhode Island, and I sang to you, Red Hot Mama from Louisiana, working her way to Savannah. She been cooped up too long.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And you loved it, so I just had to sing to you again, man. And
were you in Hawaii?
Yeah, man, I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh, that's good.
You ever make it out here? Have you played here before?
Yeah.
What's your memory of being here?
When I was playing there, I used to come there and write. I did a lot of writing there. Bootsy's albums and clones and Funkadelic. I did all those. And down in Maui, and then Honolulu.
What's your enduring memory of coming out here and doing those projects?
Out on the beach watching people jump off the mountain and the hang gliders and, and parasailing and walking around the whole island of Maui.
And just experiencing it, so you liked it, but you never played live. It was just to write, you're saying?
Yeah, just hanging out, yeah.
Now, I've been
fishing.
Say again?
I went fishing there a few times.
What'd you catch? You remember anything good?
My
favorite, brother.
Yep.
That is my favorite. So, Brother George, before we get into the heavy-duty funk music stuff, I got to give you a moment just to address this thing because I know it's important to you. It's important to all of us who love you and care about you so much. The reclaiming of the rights, the copyright battle. Where is it at the moment?
Well, we're getting ready to go. We got filed charges, and we're getting ready to go to court on it with the. With the judge that gave me the 4 Funkadelic albums back, One Nation, Uncle Jam, Hardcore Jollies, and Electric Spanking. So we get ready to go back in front of him again, because I just filed suit against the same people who took the stuff since 1980. And we got the U.S. Congress, trying to pass laws now to see that it don't happen to other people again. And it's looking pretty good.
You're optimistic. So when it comes to the status of the earliest recordings, like the earliest Funkadelic recordings, what's the...
Well, those are the ones that we face for now.
Okay. That's what the battle is.
That's what we get ready to go into court about right now.
Wow. That is very, very heavy, and that goes all the way to Let's Take It to the Stage, I guess?
All the way back to Funkadelic and Free Your Mind.
Right, no, I'm saying, yeah, starting with Funkadelic, Free Your Mind and Your Ass Will Follow, Maggot Brain, America Eats Its Young, Standing on the Verge, Cosmic Slop, all those, all the way up through Let's Take It to the Stage, all of those?
It was the Tales of Kid Funkadelic.
Okay, all the way to Tales. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
What a batch of music to have to fight to get back the control of. How did that happen?
It wasn't that big at first, and the guy wasn't paying us at all anyway. But then in the 80s, hip-hop started, and they started sampling it. It started becoming very important music. It was important before that, but, not enough to waste no money fighting in court over it. And then all of a sudden it got huge. So now it's worth the fight, in the courts to try to get it back.
The value increased. I totally get what you're talking about on so many fronts, but it was already, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. So now after this battle goes forward, is there a timeline you think you expect to spend the next year or so struggling with that one?
I would say about another year.
On the tail end of it, do you think you're going to be reissuing material, maybe doing some bonus tracks, things that people haven't?
I'm going to be reissuing some of them this year, because I have do on a lot of this stuff already, and I have the versions of the older things that that I recorded back then that I just didn't turn in. So I still have versions of this stuff, but I'm putting them out now. I'm going to put out something. We put out a movie called Dope Dogs.
Right, yep. I'm familiar with it.
But we're doing a movie on it now.
Wow, so you're going to make a movie using that theme?
Yeah, animated.
Oh. I like that. Animated would be fun.
Yeah, but it's going to be all those dogs that was in that album, Dope Dogs, plus a few other new songs will be added to it.
When you think, George, as we talk about some of these classic tracks, I guess it's important to just go back there. What influenced you? I think a lot of people, I try to think of things to ask you that I've never seen you answer before. So one of those things is, and maybe you have, but it's not readily available in print. When you think of yourself as a little boy or as an impressionable kid, name some of the artists who moved you to get into music and make you the music lover you are.
Frankie Lyman, the Spaniels, Louis Jordan, mostly, the doo-wop groups, like I said, Cadillacs and all those doo-wop groups that used to be at the Apollo Theater, from like 15 on up to 18. And then right after that, then you got Motown started. Smokey and the Temptations, By that time, we got our first hit record right after the Temptations started, which was Testify.
Right.
Motown had a great influence on me. Then the Beatles and Sly Stone, who I'm working with now. But I've let almost everybody influence me as I do music. I let whatever's going on influence me, especially music that you hear other musicians or adults say that's not real music. That's not music. When I hear somebody say that, I make sure that I get a chance to hear that music and mess with it, because that to me is going to be the next music. Whenever you hear somebody say that ain't music. Right.
It makes you want to explore, is what you're saying, even more.
Yeah. That's because that's the way kids are. Kids love stuff that you tell them they can't do.
When you were a kid, what were you told you couldn't do that you wanted to get into?
Well, first of all, music was one. But I'm talking about anything that, somebody tell you not to do, don't play with this or don't go there. You do it. I mean, as a kid, those are the things that make you say, why not?
Right. No,
that's what intelligence is, to question why not.
I wonder, when I hear that list of names who were so important to you, I didn't hear James Brown in there. How does he fit into your musical education?
Only when I got older. Because when growing up, he was like older people's music.
I got it. He was already for older people's music. The stuff you named was more for younger people and contemporary.
Yes, for kids. I mean, when I first heard James Brown, that was when people going out to clubs and old enough to, to drink and everything. It wasn't. I mean, you love James. I mean, if you went to a show that he was at, wasn't no way around it, because he was the shit. But far as wanting to do it yourself, it was like I reached until we got older and got to writing and doing music ourselves. And then when you started hearing Papa Got a Brand New Bag, when you started doing that changed for a lot of people,
including you,
including me. Yeah.